Today I'm going to be climbing one of the highest mountains in my neighborhood, which is 100 meters tall. I have four of my friends, one being a cameraman and one being West, who knows the mountain more than I do. So I started by warming up as this was a long journey from home to the mountain. West started by leading me as he insisted that he knows the mountain and the entrance of the mountain. I said less because I did not know anything regarding the mountain. So he insisted that he knows where the entrance was. We were a bit lost, but we ended up finding another entrance anyway. I did not believe my eyes when I saw the mountain, so I decided to start running towards it, but that was a dumb move because I was already tired. So me and West tried to climb the mountain, but the rocks were looser than we thought, so we ended up failing. We decided to try another approach which was much faster and safer than the last one. We decided that we are going to use the trees to climb the mountain. My cameraman was starting to fall, so I had to rush down in order to help him, and I held on the camera while he was starting to climb. I thought he was going to fall, but luckily I got him. So he ended up getting on his feet and taking the camera, and we started climbing again. I used the trees to find my way up because West was already way high in the mountain. It is a nice mountain to climb, but also it is hard to climb when you are not used to climbing mountains just like I am. So my other friend decided to stay because he was scared of falling down, or he was scared of climbing down when it was time to come down out of the mountain. But as driven as I was, I decided to follow West way up into the mountain, and we started exploring. I thought there were going to be animals, but there are none. It's just a mountain in the side of the road that I decided to explore. As time went by, we were already on top of the mountain, looking at the beautiful city of Soweto, or the township of Soweto. As the cameraman started to turn sideways, we started to view around Soweto. It was beautiful, the view was pleasant, and I loved it. I enjoyed it a lot, I do not want to lie. So as we looked back home, we started to decide to go way up high into the mountain, as we were on the lower level, but it was also high. I think it was about 75 meters or less, but anyway I was tired, but still we decided to go way up. My friend who decided to stay ended up coming back because he was scared of being left alone at the bottom of the mountain. So we decided to rush our way up high, and also rushing the cameraman to run with us as we climbed our way up high to the mountain. This was the main entrance that we were supposed to take when we were coming to the mountain. It would have been easier to climb, and it would have been easier when we were looking down and also seeing our way high to the mountain. As we got up, I started to explore and I started to see, but I was tired. Without water, without anything, I was running out of air and my eyes were starting to get tears. But I was determined to keep on pushing, to keep on going to the highest level of the mountain, as that was one of my goals. So I told the cameraman that we should continue, but some of my friends were bragging that we should stay where we were. But I decided that this was not the top of the mountain that I wanted to see, although the view was pleasant and the trees were so green and nice, but I was not happy at the level I was. So West decided that we should go up high to the mountain. As he was smoking his tooth, as they call it, he was feeling a bit high, but also a nice feeling to have when you are climbing a mountain. So I started to lead up because I was already seeing our success. We were about 95 meters high now into the mountain, and I told my cameraman to change the angle, and I started climbing up high into the mountain. With this type of mountain, you do not need any type of equipment to climb it, but it is really hard and scary to climb. With some more manpower and some extra footsteps, we ended up reaching the highest level of the mountain, which was 100 meters high. I was so happy. I started jumping around. Everyone was so happy. The view was pleasant. I did not expect to see a flat surface on top of the mountain or to see trees on top of the mountain. As I viewed home, I told myself, what a long way away from home, but it was worth it because I got to experience this view and make a video for my YouTube channel for the first time regarding making a long video, not a short one. So now the challenge was going back, as we were about to head back without any water or without any supply. We were tired, but we were determined to go back. So we started heading back, but everyone was so happy about the view. We started to jump around and explore the mountain way further, but we were on our way back and I was a bit tired and I was feeling dizzy. We started imagining ourselves shooting a music video, the background, the top view, the Soweto, but I stay in Rodiport, but around us it was Soweto. So we were so happy. I started bragging about being a rapper and imagining myself making a music video. Other than that, we started heading back, which was a challenge. With this type of mountain, climbing it is easy, but going down it is hard because it is steep and the rocks are loose. It is a mountain that is mostly made out of sand, but it has a little bit of rocks. So going way down, it is hard as it was raining a few days ago, but we were determined to go back. I am not sure how the cameraman was feeling, but he was certain that he was happy that I managed to achieve my goal. So now my only challenge was going back, but with West leading me, I knew that we were on the right hands. We started to find our way back. One of my friends was sitting resting. He insisted that he is not going down the mountain, but he did not have a choice because we had to go down the mountain. We couldn't spend the night or another time without food or any supplies. Going down was easy, but some other turns were hard as the rocks were steep and the mountain was starting to slope downward. But we ended up finding our way down the mountain bit by bit. We were not rushing, we were steady as we were going down. I was falling, but I got back on my feet and continued to climb downwards. The way going downwards is harder than the way going upwards, but I was so determined. All of us were going down, including the cameraman. One of my friends was already down. When you go down, you start to slide as this is muddy but rocky also. But this was one of a kind mountain and I'll give it a 10 out of 10. And I'll advise that if you're around Rodiport, you should try and climb this mountain. So if you like this kind of videos, please make sure that you subscribe, like the channel, and please make sure that you come back for weekly videos as I am determined on being adventurous and also trying out new things. Please like, subscribe. This was the crew, all of us, including the cameraman. Thank you for watching and thank you for supporting the channel. The Lusanda Show, we are out. Thank you.